Hi, this is Stacey Rourke, your host of Writer's Reality. Today, instead of doing our usual tip for writers, I have a question that was posed to me by Angie Edwards, who hosts the blog Books for Tomorrow. Angie asked me to come up with 5 tips on getting teenagers to read. So we're going to do 2 segments today. The first segment's going to be directed at teens. The second is going to be special little tips for parents. So let's get started. All right, teen audience, gather in, gather in. Let me tell you why you should be reading instead of out there watching TV or movies or whatever. Okay, you watch your favorite show. Maybe the hotties on there just really are not up to your standards of what you consider hot. That, my friends, is the wonder of books. You can create your own hottie. You can make your little Frankenstein monster of hot boy, okay? All right, ladies, let me give you an example. Let's say you want to take the dreamy come hither look of Ian here, and you want to take him and maybe give him Channing's dance moves, yeah? And then add that to Ryan's cuddle ability. And that can be the main character of the book. That can be your heartthrob through the entire book. It's all in your imagination, and it's yours to play with. Okay, fellas, I know what you're thinking. There's something for the ladies. Now, why should you pick up a book? Well, how many times do you ask yourself what girls really want or how to get a girl's attention? Your answers can be found in books. You want to learn how to talk to a lady? You want to learn how to get a girl's attention? You can find it in a book. Now, I know a lot of guys think books like Twilight are all kinds of sappy and they don't want to submit themselves to it. But let me tell you a little secret. Come here. Do you want to know why millions and millions of girls are in love with Edward Cullen, even though he's fictional? It's because dude got game. Okay? Read books like that, not because you want to read the sappy love story. Learn how he wooed women without even existing. Then you will have that caliber of game. You'll thank me later, I promise. And then, of course, kids, there's the other element of reading, and that is when you're actually holding the book, the tool it can be in your life. Let me give you a few tips here. Let's say you're in the corner of the coffee shop, okay? You're out there, you're trolling, you're looking for a little attention, but you don't want to look like you are, because, we all want to be cool and aloof. Well, simply by holding up a book, we're not there looking to get picked up. No. We're in this world, okay? We don't care about anything else going out there, which is also really convenient when a hot girl or guy walks in and you want to, give a little peek up, but don't want to look too obvious. See, it's a tool. You can use it. That is why we read, kids. Okay, here's another reason why books are better than TV and movies. If you're watching TV or you're watching a movie, everything on the screen is happening to those people. That wonderful thing just happened to that girl and that guy. The suspenseful moment is for her and him and that guy. If you read a book, you put yourself in that role. You're there, you're living it, you're experiencing it. And that is super cool, because then all these wonderful adventures are yours to cherish and hold on to, instead of just looking at them from somebody else's point of view. And it builds your mind, it builds creativity, but we don't want to talk about that because that'll turn you kids right off, won't it? Okay, kids, it's time for you to step away from the computer for just a minute so I can talk to Mom and Dad. Look, Rob Pattinson, run, run! All right, Mom and Dad, my first tip for getting your teenagers to read is for you to sit down and watch TV with them, whatever they want to watch. Now, I know that seems it wouldn't achieve our goal here, but bear with me. Most likely, for girls, and maybe guys, they'll want to watch some Gossip Girl, The Vampire Diaries, Teen Wolf. Now, don't get me wrong, I like these shows, I watch them myself, never miss Vampire Diaries. However, if my children were of the age of, 12, 13, 14, I would perceive what's happening on the screen much differently if they were sitting right next to me. Then watching the liberal use of sex, drugs, alcohol on there suddenly will have you unplugging your TV, hiding it in the closet, and sprinkling holy water on it to get the demons out of it. Suddenly it takes on a much more real element. I remember when I was growing up and Beverly Hills 90210 was on. And there were episodes like when Brenda didn't know if she was going to have her first time with Dylan at the prom, and it was her weighing her options and her choices and if it was the right thing to do, or if someone drank on the show, there would be some sort of DUI situation that would happen. There were lessons that were taught. Somewhere along the line, we stopped teaching those lessons in the show. Now kids watch them and they see that, you do drugs at these parties and suddenly you're surrounded by hot, beautiful people and you're one of the popular crowd. It's not really the lesson we want to teach our kids. So watch TV with your children. And then I guarantee you'll find them reading more books because the TV's gone from your home. Alright, tip number 2. Remember when the kids were babies and you couldn't get them to sleep? So you put them in the car and took them for a really, really long car ride until they finally were out? You could kind of use that same element to get them to read. Put them in the car, give them a Kindle or a book, and just drive. Just drive so that the only possible means of entertainment they have is a book. Now I know what you're thinking, where would I possibly take them? But seriously, you need to think for yourself. I can't give you all the answers here. I'm just working it out with you. Working it out, alright? But I'm in closed space. In closed space where the only thing they have to do, and maybe take their phone so they can't text their friends. That's even better. Now they have a book, their Kindle, and nothing else to do but read. Confined audience. They might not like it, but they'll be reading. And my 5th and final tip to get your teen reading is to find a book that's sure to engage them. Maybe something known for its snarky humor, action, adventure, fun for all ages read. Where would we find such a book? The Gryphon Series, a great way to get non-readers reading. See, I tried for cute and that came across as creepy, didn't it? Oh well, you get the idea. There you have it, Angie, your 5 tips on getting teens to read. I hope parents and kids alike learned a little something from this. If anyone else has questions they would like to see me answer on the vlog, you can send them to me at www.facebook.com/Stacey Rourke author. Until next time, Rourke out. Peace. There's the hot guys in the show that, sometimes they're not necessarily boys are petty. Look at that green background. That's just hideous, isn't it? Raise your hand if you need to paint your office. And then, of course, kitties and puppies. What the hell? Had consequences. If someone drank, they got in some sort of DUI situation. Frick. I know that seems that kind of defeats the purpose of what we're going for here, but bear with me. And my 5th and final tip to get non-readers reading. Frick! Thank you, Angie, for sending in that question of how to get readers reading. You hand them a book.